Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Kunshira. So like you know that C is a hybrid attacker. That's why let's compare her to Malvacy and Veritas of Light. Actually, Veritas of Light is not, maybe not comparable with her because Veritas of Light is fixed on light element, unlike Kunshira and Malvacy, who are versatile in multiple element. Okay, so if you take a look here, her health is quite decent, 20%. It is better than Malvacy, but much lower than Veritas of Light, who gets 60% health boost, and that's pretty good. And if you take a look on attack and magic, this is where Kunshira shines. Okay, so Kunshira get 150% boost on both attack and magic, while Malvacy only 100% on both attack and magic stats. But yes, maybe you complain that Kunshira already take one ability slot to get that 150% attack boost, okay? And that's true because nature spell Laughing Blade is an ability, but it is pretty decent ability, okay? It is the best. Yeah, I think this is the best ability for hybrid attacker. And good thing is Kunshira gets innate dual wield. It is pseudo dual wield, sword and roach, but maybe that's not a problem because those two are really good for hybrid attackers. It is just too bad that, yeah, if you want to equip her with whip, then you need to equip Genji gloves or something like that, okay? Because whip is a good weapon for her, okay? If I don't remember, okay, what's the name? Summer whip or flame whip? Yes, flame whip. But the flame whip has fire element, so it is not a problem. So I think sword and roach are the best equipment for her. She also deal extra damage against beasts, humans, and fairies. She deals 75% extra damage against those on 7-star form, pretty decent. Too bad that there is no demon type, okay? And 5% MP regen per turn, very good. And yes, her trust ability gives you 30% true dual wield on both attack and magic, so you want to equip that nature spell Laughing Blade, okay? Very good. The rest is, simply damage modifier to all of her 6 stars abilities. One thing I don't like it, yes, like you have been noticing, maybe she doesn't have any elements resistance, so that's pretty dangerous. If you want to use her, make sure you pay attention to the enemy elements, okay? Simply equip Ribbon and maybe that will fix the problem immediately, okay? So enough about stats, now let's take a look on her abilities. Let's talk about her 7 stars abilities first. So the first and maybe the best, not the best, okay, the most used ability on her 7 stars form is Tempest Spell Blade. So this one is really good, okay? It deals 11 times lightning and wind hybrid damage. Yes, it is deal dual elemental attack, okay? So you may have not problem, okay, but you need to do some extra step if you want to take advantage from the single elemental imperil, because you want to imperil 2 elements, lightning and wind. But the good thing is it's chainable with Aerial Ray family skills. And from my experience, it is not that hard to get perfect chain from it. And if you're able to chain from those, okay, you will get 120 chains. So pretty good. And also, some characters on this game who has Aerial Ray are the most powerful characters, okay? For example, Lauren, and on the future we will also get Akstar. Also, if you have obtained Viktor Marchenko on the past, then he is really good partner for Kunshira because Viktor Marchenko can act as a provoker and an attacker at the same time, okay? Just a note for you guys like me if you have Viktor Marchenko. Next is Rising Elements. So this is basically a buff for your characters, okay? Increase defense spirit by 100% for 3 turns to all allies. You want to have Kunshira as your main buffer, like you can see here. Defense spirit 100% is good, but it has 7 turns cooldown and the duration only 3 turns, so you have 4 turns without any buffs. Okay, so it is quite dangerous, but it is very good. Let's say if you use Zorgabat, you use his cooldown ability, and when his cooldown or LB not available, you can use Kunshira to buff your party. Okay, so pretty good as a backup. And the best thing about this rising elements is it increases fire, lightning, water, wind, and light resist by 100%. So she's really solid character. Okay, but remember, this only lasts for 3 turns, so make sure you use it on like threshold attack or something like that. The next one is also very good, falling element. So this is the opposite of rising elements. Okay, this will break enemies defense and spirit by 70%, which are huge. Okay, this will more than double your damage output, and also imperil fire, lightning, water, wind, light resistance. So this will also affect your Tempest spell blade. Okay, so this is really good. It is just too bad that the cooldown is 6 turns. Okay, so it is longer than the effects, but yes, pretty good. It is very good. Let's say if you want to kill the enemy below a certain point, okay, use this and chain your Tempest blade to kill that enemy. Very good combination on her 7 stars. Really good abilities, and her 6 stars abilities are also upgradable. Not upgradable, okay, but upgraded because of her 7 stars passives. Her 6 stars abilities may be kind of niche because I believe that you want to use that Aureal Ray or Tempest Spell Blade ability because you can chain it, because I know that her Spell Blade is also chainable, but you can only chain with a copy of Kunshira, and that's pretty hard to do, so I don't think it is that good. Okay, but let's say if you fight a trial like Bomb Family, then this skill will be got safer. Okay, because whoa, 5 elements coverage with 50% imperil, really good. Make sure you find Kunshira friend when you want to do that. Next is formation. This is also very good because it will buff your resist by 50%, so pretty decent. Okay, so it is like Onion Knight who able to attack and buff your own party at the same time. Also, the element buff is the opposite the element that you deal, so it is perfect combination. Okay, next is Elemental Blade. This is basically a normal AoE attack, but the multiplier is quite high, 11 times on 7 stars, so pretty decent. Okay, good as a finisher if you use AoE chaining move. Now for her LB. Okay, her LB, I don't think it is that good. Okay, first because it deals non-elemental damage. Yes, it is good because it deals non-elemental damage, but that also means you cannot take advantage from the elemental imperil. And if you equip her with elemental weapon, that will be bad. Okay, because like you have seen that most of her abilities already has innate elemental in them. So if you, let's say, if you use Tempest Spell Blade, that will make you deal triple elemental damage. So maybe not good unless you have imperiled them using falling elements. This skill also enable an access to Superior Mage Blade, but Superior Mage Blade is a finishing skill, so you need to have another chainer on your party. And I think the strongest point of Kunshira is as a chainer, so it is kind of contradict her role by having this Superior Mage Blade. Okay, but maybe nice to be used sometimes. Okay, so enough about her abilities. I think you don't need to level up this LB. Okay, now let's talk about her equipment. Now for equipment, okay, so I think the best weapon for her is of course Glory of Evil. There is no road with high attack stats on this game other than Glory of Evil, so make sure you equip it. And it is, maybe I can say that it is pretty easy to defeat Bloody Moon on this day. Okay, especially with 7 stars characters, you can easily one-shot it with the help of friends. And next is of course you want to equip sword to take advantage from her Trust Master reward. You can get Death Trap, Sorcery, but I think Ice Blade Himuro and Fry Evia's Needle are not the best because it has Ice Element on it, so you will be forced on dual or triple element on some of her attack. Also, yeah, she doesn't able to imperil Ice Element if I remember correctly, so it is kind of waste, okay? But let's say if you want to chain with Fryevia, I mean Aurora Fryevia, because she also has Aurel Ray move, then it is okay to equip Ice Elemental weapon. For rest of her equipment, simply focus on building her attack and magic stats. For abilities, it is also pretty easy, okay, because you can simply give her Adventurer 5, which is easily obtainable by any player. Simply play the game. And because you can stack her Trust Master reward, simply equip Nature Loving Spell Blade. So when on her 7th stage form, you will have at least 2 of this Nature Loving Spell Blade. So equip both of them, and you only have 1 ability slots left. You can simply equip her with Generous Offensive. I believe some of you guys have bought the package from last month, okay, Black Friday deal, okay, so it is pretty easy to gear her up, okay. So I think that's enough about her equipment. My conclusion about Kunshira: so she is really good hybrid attackers. I really love her, okay, because she got nice elemental coverage. She able to buff, able to imperil the enemy, very versatile. Not only that, on normal occasion where you don't need to worry about elemental resistance, you can simply use her Tempest Blade. Okay, Aurel Ray family chaining is really easy. Maybe not as easy as Divine Ruination, but still I can do perfect chain 8 out of 10. Okay, very good. And she also able to chain with Lorraine, another very good characters, really slot efficient character. Okay, so having Kunshira on your party is really good. For her Trust Master reward, it is also the best ability for any hybrid attackers who able to equip sword. Okay, so if you have Aurora Fryevia, then getting Kunshira, even if you don't use her, you will still love her Trust Master reward. For Super Trust Master reward, it is good, but I think Ravenheart is still better. 50 attack and 50 magic are good, but yeah, the elemental resist maybe not suitable for an attacker because you want to have that on your AoE magic tank. Also 15% maybe not that useful in my opinion. Okay, one thing I don't like about her is her other chaining skills are only chainable with a copy of her, so you really need to rely on that Tempest Blade. So if you meet the enemy who resists against lightning and wind, then you need to use her normal, I mean 6 stars chaining abilities, and that's not easy to chain. Okay, so in the end I can give her 9 to 9.5 out of 10. Okay, Onion Cat. So yep, I think that's all you need to know about Kunshira. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.